On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Hurts. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They keep it with Barkley on first down.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
63, 63, 63.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Second down and goal. Hurts.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Tershawn Wharton collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And his throw is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. The 20. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick-6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick-6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick-6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now stands at 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
Now Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a two-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 53 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Mahomes will throw for it. Buying time to his left. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Gets past 1 man. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 25 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go Silver, ready? Go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we...
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 30 yards. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Eagles 67, Chiefs 40. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes takes it himself, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think so.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Yellow.
Mahomes.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Hey, 73.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's
and got his man complete. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Mahomes.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. That is intercepted. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
15.
Mahomes will throw. Finding Kelsey.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. That's laid out deep for Rice.
And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
That's caught, and he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's first and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.